Hi there, good afternoon everybody. It's Sunday afternoon here with me. It's about 25 to 3. Perfect time to craft. So I'm back to the journal today. I've decided not to, decorate my journal cover, which this is going to be, yet, because I'm really not sure what to cover it with. So I'll leave that aside for the time being, and let's carry on with another double page spread. So that's the first page, first double spread actually. Then we've got the purple double spread, and that brings us on to this one. So let's pop those away to safety somewhere. Now then, I've got these two pieces of paper, and they came out of this pack, and by the look of it, made in China, whatever, it certainly looks like it's come from Temu, and it's called Vintage English Notes. It's really nice actually. It's nice quality paper. It looks like it's been coffee dyed. I really like it. I don't know how many pieces you get, and I don't know how much it costs because I've had it for ages, just came across it in a drawer. So I intend to use those like that, but this is a double spread, so we want something on it. So I've opted for these to go on it as flip outs, like that. We'll stick that into there, then stick that down, and these will flip out. Now on the back, I have put some white, it's just copy paper really, just so we've got some journaling. And that's going to all go on there, and this one I'll build with you, and then we'll make the page up. So what I did was, first off, make sure that didn't fall off, I just tore down the edge, just to make it look a bit more interesting. I like torn edges on things, just think they add something to it. They had a torn edge to it, that's what they had. So there we go. Yeah, that's all right, that'll be fine. Oh, I don't know if I can live with that little bit there. I think I might have to. So let me just ink that up, and I've inked round the rest of it, so won't take all but a second to do. So yesterday here was actually a beautiful day, and you could have been forgiven for thinking it was spring. The snowdrops are out. Oh, it was just a perfect day. Today's a bit more cloudy, but it's still, you've still got that feeling that winter is behind you. And I shouldn't feel like that, because winter up here is definitely not behind you. It's got every chance of coming back and biting you in the bum. So that's that. This is this pack that I've got in my remnant drawer for whatever reason, of wallpaper scraps. Wallpaper backgrounds, I think they're called, yeah. So then I have looked out one of my portrait people, of which I have lots, and this was a remnant. It measures 3.5 square. Now comes admission time, okay? I bought something. I couldn't help myself. Somebody in the comments on YouTube said that oh, that's great. They said, I've got a frame maker, I'll easily make that. So I inquired, what is this frame maker you have? And I looked it up on YouTube and watched people using it, and I thought, I really need that. I use a lot of frames in my journals and stuff. So I bought a frame maker. I'm sorry, I've let everybody down because I've bought something and I shouldn't have bought it, but you only pass this way once. So there's my 3.5-inch square. I've brought these lugs down. If you want to excuse me, If you want a video on how to use a frame maker, let me know, but I'm sure a lot of you probably already know. So I'm going to make a frame around here that's 1/2 inch. So let's do that. I've only made one frame with it, so I'm quite enchanted with it still. And that goes in there, then you get your little blade out. There's the blade at the top. Turn that round. Put the blade back in. Okay, let's see what we've got. There we are. We have two pieces. We have one that is a frame and this little piece which is the centre. Do notice, I think you have to be careful what angle you push that blade down at. I'm going to keep those because I think they're potentially quite nice. And here I've got just a little bit of a nick that needs nicking out like that. So that is my frame maker. So we are memory keepers. I don't think they're called that anymore, are they? We are, this still says we are memory keepers, so I'll go with that. And there we have it, my lovely, lovely frame board. I love it. So let's put that in the remnants drawer, which I can barely get into because let me tell you what's going on here. Mr. F, well, not alone, we have decided, I'm just going to ink around that while I'm telling you what's going on here. We've decided that there is room in the living room beside where Mr. F has got his desk for 3 big drawer units that I've got in here. They are full of stuff, absolutely full to bursting with stuff, including loads of Tim Holtz 12 by 12s, loads of wrong people, 49er Market 12 by 12s, a lot of A3 card, just tons of stuff. So if I can get them out the craft room and into beside Mr. F's desk, then that buys me a whole wall that I can get other drawers in or whatever. So we've decided, I don't know, do you have IKEA in America? I don't know if you do. I've decided that I'm going to use the IKEA Kallax, Kallax system, and it's sort of a system of cubes, and they are big enough to get 12 by 12s in. They're about 13.5, I think, by 13.5 each cube. So I can keep a lot of my 12 by 12 papers in there, which would be marvellous, which will of course free up another 3, 4, 10 drawers. Let's be honest here, there's a lot of 12 by 12s. So yeah, that's that. Now I want this girl over to this side, and that's kind of where she wants to sit happily, because I want her coming out over the front of the frame, and because she's got this bit indent there, that just sits nicely there. So we'll get that up. Let's just get that so she's pretty much on the bottom. Yeah, like that. That'll be fine. Well, up a touch. I don't want her sticking out the bottom, do we? So that's what's going on in our house. So quite busy. Well, when I say we, I'm doing a lot of watching. Mr. F's doing a lot of the grunt work, all of the grunt work. So that's great. Okay, so I can glue her, I can cut that bit off because that's extra. And let's glue her down there. Is that right? Yeah, and along the bottom. There we go. And then a bit on the back of her head. I think that'll be enough. Even if it isn't perfect, it'll be enough. Let's just get that flat there. There we go. So that's our little lady in. Oh, she could have done with being a bit more that way. There we are. Yep, 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 yep. I've got some... I've lost my towel. I've only got my really dirty towel. Dirty. I still watch the grey parrots, you know, on YouTube. But now I've got another one that I love to watch, and that's agility dogs, you know, when they're going over all those jumps and through tunnels and stuff like that. But I like to watch the ones that are rescues, not the ones who do it, you know, perfectly. I don't really have much interest. Well, I like dogs, so of course I have an interest in it. But the rescue dogs, they are the funniest because they're just bonkers. They're absolute bonkers. But great fun to watch. I love them. Now then, you all know that I have, look, it's stacked full. It's absolutely rammed full of flowers. I kept buying them because I kept thinking he was going to stop making them, and I was right. In the end, he did. But I've got enough to see me through forever and a day. So I want to stick this on to this side, kind of like that. I also want to put some stamps or remnant rubs or something, but maybe I'll wait until I've got that on there and then I can see where I need to put the remnant rubs. I think that would be the best plan. Oh, it's got a bit in the middle that needs to come out. Bit for the sweeper up. Yeah, like that. That'll be fine. So let's stick that on. There we go. And if there's any spare glue anywhere, let's just mop that up. There we go. Right, okay. So just to jazz up this frame, I just want some remnant rubs. And I have this massive bag of remnant rubs. I've got this little one, which I don't know if it's any good. I was thinking it might go there. It might actually. Come out. Where are my tweezers? Here they are. So we've just had our lunch. We had homemade chicken curry. It's beautiful. Mr. F makes a fabulous chicken curry. So I just want that there, and I think that'll go nicely. It turns out those remnant rubs work better than stamps would, because you couldn't get into this little gap with stamps. Wouldn't stamp evenly, whereas the remnant rubs, you can get in and put them down. Let's just check that that's all come off. There we are. That's our first little bit of remnant rub. Oh, what else have we got? What else haven't we got? We've got loads. Let's see what's in the loose pieces. I've got a loose piece there. Oh. There's lots of little loose pieces that I do quite want to use up because they start to come off the backgrounds and then you can't use them. So, what have I got? Quite like that one that says form and all that business. Let's use that. Create another little bit that's gonna need using up. Yeah, I like that there. That can go there. Try and keep your fingers off the back of them if you can, because if your fingers are too sweaty, it'll come off onto your fingers. A lot of these, which are in the eccentrics pack, are like the tidbits one, tidbits stamp. In fact, a lot of things of Timmy's goes round and round. A lot of the graphics. Let's see how we're doing. Ow. Fine, that's good. So I've got that big stamp. I'm just wondering if I could put that there. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, I've got this one though. That needs to go somewhere. How about there? Yeah, why ever not? We're just decorating this. You could stamp it first before you put the anything on it. Which if you're stamping, that would be the sensible way to go, I think. But of course, I'm not what you might call too sensible. Think of things after the event. There we are. Oh, she's starting to look nice. I need something here. Like what can it be? What about that little received one there? Yeah, let's use that. I hardly ever use these circular ones. They're always the ones left at the end. So let's see. I don't want it too straight. About there probably is fine. And I don't really want to rub it off onto her. So I'm going to take care not to rub that bit. And we should be okay, I think, if I do that. Let's see. Oh, let's put it down. Oh well. I don't think I can get that off. No, it's stuck down. Oh well, it's not the end of the world, is it? I'm not going to cry over it, put it that way. And I saw another little one. There was a tiny one. That one, A23. I think that would fit there. Let's see. Does it? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. And then that'll be our frame done. You could splash yours, you could dibby-dabby it. There's all sorts of things you can do. Right, there we are. I'm happy with that. Let's put all the remainders back in the bag. Keep them somewhat safe. Ooh, that one's starting to come off. There we are. Lovely. Oh, these are staticky things. Okay, so that is going to go onto there like that. Maybe a bit more further over, a bit like that. Okay, that's fine. So what I want to do is just create a little something up here. So I'm going to, because this is it's a weird mixture of these three colours, this background, more particularly those two rather than the evergreen bough, I will say. So I'm going to use the iced spruce and stamp a stamp. I must still have the stamp on the stamp platform. Yes, I do. And I just want a piece of waste paper. This literally is just paper. And I'm using the ice spruce to stamp with. Now guys, I hardly ever use distress inks to stamp with. Let's just try this and see. I have got some ink on the inside of that, so let's be quite light about it. Oh no, that's fine. That's good. And it has come out looking quite distressed. The stamp is not a distressed stamp, but that has come out looking quite distressed, and that's fine. That suits me. So let's put that away. We've finished with that now. It's an Elizabeth Craft Design stamp set called Labels. Retro Labels, it might be called actually. Gets used a lot in this house. And let's just cut that out. So it hasn't got any substance to it really, this. It's just a piece of paper. And I'm cutting just outside that iced spruce. And I'm not known for my very good cutting skills. But I will try my hardest. Honestly, some of the ones you get from Timmy aren't cut out very well, so let's not beat ourselves up too much. Ooh, the silence. Definitely can't speak and cut. Oh no. Right, so that is going to go there, like that. And then I've laid out a couple of, they're just little out the snippets. They're out my snippets box that I gathered together the other day. All my little snippets. They're not all of my little snippets actually. I found some more. And I'm going to stick that there. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put that like that, I think. That'll be fine. I'm just going to run the ink dauber around the edge of that. I don't really want it inked, but I don't like that white edge either. But the white paper I'm fine with. I like it. She's white. You know, it's not jarring me at all. So let's get some glue on the back of this and get that stuck down. And I want it about there, say. Like that. Straight, if possible, please. Lovely. And then this one. Maybe about there. Does that look straight? Yeah, I think so. I think so. And then this one. Oh, no, 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 you don't want to stick there. I'll put that about there. That's good, that's fine. I'll just catch any ink that might have landed on that. Fortunately, those flowers are quite shiny actually. They're quite difficult to place, if I'm honest with you. Right, now then, I want some words here, and I have got a gazillion words. I've got these ones that are called metallic stickers, quotations, and they come in black and white and gold and silver. So that's plenty. And I just want something, oh, I don't know. Something, I don't know, something nice. Always and forever. In my heart. Let's have in my heart. And I'm just going to stick that. Where did that go? Oh, stuck onto my fleece. No, it's the wrong way up. Oh, for pity's sake. I'm going to stick that about there. Coming out over that label. So that label's doing a bit of heavy lifting really. It's anchoring everything in this little, whoops, in this little cluster that we've got going on. There we are. Right, so that's that, that's that. So there is something missing, and it's a tag. And I have specifically engineered this so I can use a tag, because I found this and two more like this, which I don't know where I've put. Where have I put them? Oh, here they are. These tag blocks, they are from Studio Light. There's 20 tags in each colour, craft black and white. I've got that shape, I've got this ticket shape, and I've got these that are called lovely tags. So I'm going to use a white one for this. So you'll be seeing a lot of these appearing because they, I mean, look, how many is that? 20, 40, 60, 180 tags here that need to get used. So what I intend to do is, and I've made this pocket the exact right size for this to go behind. I know, I'm thinking ahead for what's wrong. So I'm going to colour that to match our project. So get my little mat out, and I just want to use speckled egg as the background. So my speckled egg's pretty dry actually. So put some down, dibby dabby, dibby dabby, dibby dabby. That's fine. Let me dry that at that stage, and then we'll come back and we'll dibby dabby some more just to intensify the colour. So I'll dry that. So that's dry now. Let's dibby dabby a little more just to intensify that colour. That's fine. I'd say that's fine. Say there's enough on there. Wipe off whatever's left, which is not a lot. Dry that off. Lovely, I think that's about done. Yeah, that feels dry. And that's nice, it's just got a little bit of colour on it, but not too much. So now I want to stamp. And this is just a floral background stamp. I think I bought it off Amazon, but I can't be sure. but I think I did. So it's slightly too long for this tag, so I want to make sure I've got the top covered. Like so. I'm going to stamp just with the black VersaFine. It's just another going over a bit. Yeah, I think that's fine. I can see where we are going with that now. Clean that off and take our tag out. Good enough, good enough. Now this bit here hasn't got any stamp on it, so I'm actually just going to cut that off. We'll manage fine without it. There we go. So there's our tag. Now I want to colour this, so let's use a Distress Inks just to colour it, because we've established which colours we need. And I'm going to use the Iced Spruce in concert with the Evergreen Bough. Now some of these are a bit really, yeah, they are really juicy. That Evergreen Bough, I've no idea why that is quite so juicy. And Iced Spruce, so I'm putting them, wow, they're both juicy, right next to each other. And get a paintbrush, spray some water off out the colours, get your paintbrush nice and moist, and then mix these two together. And we're just going to colour the flowers just quite quickly, not worrying too much about them at all really. So just, we're carrying the same colour on really, is what we're doing. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can stamp your stamp and leave it be. You know me, though. If there's something to be coloured, I'm there. So I'm just going to do all of the petals. I'm not going to do the leaves. I don't think it needs it. And it's just that self-same colour family. Another colour family that we have is the Speckled Egg Salvage Patina and Uncharted Mariner. That's another colour family, but to go with our wallpaper background, I think this was probably the right choice. Probably. Oh, there's another petal there. There we are. Now these cards are not taking this watercolour stuff too well, to be honest with you. So I'll bear that in mind for future reference and only use dry mediums on it, like crayons, or crayons probably be the best thing to use. So if you happen to have any of those studio light tags, take it from me, they don't particularly hold up well to this. But you know, it'll be fine. So the evergreen bough on its own would have been too much. It's a very zesty kind of green. Not zesty, that's the wrong word. It's quite a deep green. And the ice spruce on its own is very grey. So by mixing the two, we've got the best of both worlds, really. See there's quite a lot of the ice spruce, but that's okay. So there we are, that's pretty much them done. So now I'm going to come in with more heavy bias on the evergreen bough and just do the centres. Now you really do not have to be too fussy about this, because it'll all kind of melt into the background and you won't really see that much of it at all. But I'm just going into the centres like that. If you've got watercolour paints and you don't have the distress colours in these particular colours, and why should you really, just use your watercolours. But if you're using it on the studio lights things, I would really suggest that you use crayons, because it's not holding up brilliantly. So that's us finished with that. I'm just going to give that a quick waft. It's fairly dry, but just dry it a little bit. And you can see it didn't matter how loose we were, really. It's turned out fine. So now I just want a little bit of tea dye. A little bit of water. Oh, my brush is still very green, look. I don't want that. That'll make a very strange colour. That should be okay now, I would say. It's just for the centres, just a little bit of that orangey tea dye colour in the centres. Okay, give that a quick waft and give it a second coat. And when I show you, I'll show you the wallpaper again now, but there is this sort of orangey browny colour in it. So that's really very loose, it's nothing too artsy. So there we go. Now all I want to do is just nip around that with a little bit of ink. Not too heavy, It's not a really distressed page, this. I do feel like the next page might be a mail one, postage one, that sort of thing. I don't know, I just get the feeling that's what it's going to be. There we go, that's that. And then I just need a bit of something in the top. And what I've got is, I've got this roll I got off Temu actually, and it's sort of chiffon type thing, and I've just cut it in half so I can use half for one tag and half for the other page. Just pop that in through there. Don't need a reinforcement through there. Nobody's going to be coming to tear this out, I don't think. If they do tear it out, well, they deserve what they get. Come on, through you go. That's it. There we are. So that's that. You could, if you wanted to, dye that chiffon. If you wanted to dye it with your inks, you could do that. So we've got our pocket, we've got our tag, and we've got our side flip. So that's all going to go on like that-ish. Right, the thing is that I do need something on there to stick it onto there, but fortunately I've got the girl, so I can have this sticking out quite a little way if I want to. And I think I want to. So let's just see where that comes to, where I need to put my glue. So I'm just going to follow that on the back of the pocket so I know where to put my tape. I need to put my tape just inside there if I'm using tape, which I presume I am, seeing as I'm saying that. Is my tape in here? Yeah. So down there, like that, I think. I'm going to put some glue on as well. And right along. Fold that back out the way, and then I can get my bit on the bottom from there, isn't it? Whoops, a daisy. Lovely. Then up that side, and our tag should fit in there nicely. Let's hope. Let's hope it does. Do you? No, you don't, because that bit's wrong. Just had a feeling that bit was wrong. Can I pull it off? Oh, wants to leave the... Of course it wants to leave the sticky bit behind. That's its job in life. Well, I just knew when I was doing it can't be right, because I cut the frame to the right size. But I still went ahead and did it, like a ninny. Oh, sometimes I can be so silly. Quite often. Let's just scrape it off, shall we? I just don't want it in the way, you know, sticky when my tag's going in it. What a stupid thing to do. What silly thing to do. Oh, I think we're getting there. I think we're nearly at the end of the stick. Okay. Sorry people, I'm just being very silly today. And that needs to come up here. Wherever it is, it gets stuck finally. That's where it's getting stuck today. Does show you though that that sticky tape is quite sticky, isn't it? Stickier than I gave it credit for, to be honest. I thought it was a bit, you know, not great, but we hadn't even burnished it down. So there we are. I think I'll be all right like that. Get off. So let's just check where this is going. So it's going to go there. Yes. Okay. That's fine. Don't want this coming out beyond that because our journal cover is quite tight to the edge of the page. So about there. Yeah, okay. So let's take the release tape off the back of here and let's just carry on like, you know, like we hadn't just made a stupid mistake. No other wonder my tweezers never last long, is it really? They get so abused. They really do. And I'm just going to put the little whisker of glue over that tape, just to be sure. I don't want it splodging out too much, otherwise I won't get my tag in it, but right, so I want that just in from the edge and about there. What does that look like? Looks all right to me. So let's now burnish that in. Okay. Lovely. Yep. Let's just check to see if the tag wants to go in, which it does beautifully like that. There's our little top bit. So, okay. Plus or minus some little mistakes along the way. We're all right. We're doing okay. So the next thing to do is to bring this back. So I want to stick this onto there because I don't like when you can see the workings of a flip. I like to cover it if at all possible. So I can cover that with this piece of paper and stick that onto there. So let's do that. Let's put glue down here. Oh, actually, let's do it with double-sided. I think it'll hold it better for us. I was being a little bit sceptical of the double-sided because of the mistake I just made. But you know, we all make mistakes. I probably make more than most, I don't know. I do make my fair share, I'll tell you that. Let's cut off the ends of this because we do not need that. Itchy nose. There we go. So let's burnish that down. Pick up the release tape. And let's stick that on. Let's try and get this on right first time. Is it the same width? Yes, it's exactly right. That looks good to me. Look at that. Ooh, we're motoring now. That just looks just a no, might be a tiny bit long. I don't know, I'm not going to cry about it. and then that I'm going to stick to there. There's the middle there, so you can see. I could actually probably come in so you can see the stitching, which makes it look a little bit nicer. I've still got room. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's do that then. Let's use Collall for this. Yeah, Mr. F's busy right at this moment changing all the cables and the cabling, should I say, because the socket is right behind where the sets of cupboards, drawers that he's taking through needs to go. And once we get those sets of drawers in place, there's no way they're moving. So he needs to sort the cabling out so it comes out the, out the front. We've got access to it. Let's just check that that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's lovely. I like that. I think that's straight. Let's just see. Yeah, that's great. So I'll give that a good press down. Lovely. So we've got all that journaling there. We've got journaling here if we need it, and we've got journaling on the back of that tag. So it's quite a journal heavy page, which is good, because that is really what we're trying to make, a junk journal. Junk in the loosest sense. It's expensive junk, this, bought specifically for the job, so it's not at all junk. We should come up with a new name for them, really, shouldn't we? Because they're not junk. So that's that one done. So I need to do the other one, and I'm pretty far advanced with him. I've got that and that. They need sticking, of course. That and that matches that. Then I've got my little fellow to match my little girl. He's going to go there. And then I've got my tag that matches that one. So I'll stick all of those in, and then I'll come back to you and we can have a look and see what we think. Right, so there we are. That's it. They're all glued in, and we've got that journaling, both sides. Of course you can journal in there as well, but it looks really nice. I love that paper. And they just fold up like that. There is no closure for them. They do not need a closure. They stay like that very, very nicely. And that's our double spread for today. And I hope you like it. I like it. You could do lots of things with this recipe, if you like. You could use all sorts of colours, different tags, whatever takes your fancy, really. My primary ambition with this was to use my new frame maker, to use up some of those tags, of which we've now established I've got quite a few, and to use up some of these flowers. So I've kind of, I'm all right. Oh yeah, and these blinking words as well, which I've also used some of. So yeah, I've met my criteria, if that's the right word, for this page, and I do quite like it. So it will be the next page in our double page spread journal. So that's going to go there, and then we'll open that, and that's there. So it's quite an eclectic journal, this. I was just saying to Tony Vince last night, I think this is turning out to be quite eclectic. It's whatever I come across going through the drawers that I think I must use that up. And that's what gets used up. So there we have it. I hope you like it. It's not revolutionary, but it's quite nice. I like the boy and the girl. Hello, friend, he's saying. And she's saying in my heart, because she's all romantic. He just thinks, hello, friend. So thanks for joining me. I hope you have a lovely Sunday evening. And I'll be back with you soon, when who knows what we'll be doing for the next double spread. But I feel it may be postal. maybe. All right, guys, thank you. Do take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you soon. Bye.